Alright guys, and welcome back to Landlord. So I've had some requests recently to go back to this game after my quick look and do a tips and tricks, helpful hints kind of thing. So I decided to go ahead and do this. So we're doing this in place of the quick look for this week. So we're going to start from a fresh game. There's nothing going on in this one right now, so we're going to start brand new here. For now, I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll just sign in as a guest for now. And of course, as a guest, you get 3 days of access before you have to register. That's fine. So I'm just going to go through some of the starting stages, give you kind of an idea how this works. So basically, you start with 50K to your name. The easiest way to get through this is to go out and buy property. So find something that you can buy a portion of. It doesn't have to be a large account to start out with. Buy something that's close to you. Get it bought. Get it in your name. So we'll go here. Let's see. We can only buy 0.2 of this, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and buy it. Oops, not quite enough. So we'll buy a little bit less than that. So buy what you can buy. Now, now that I've bought a piece of this property, we'll wait for the counter to kick down. Now, it's going to cause you to get a couple of levels. In doing that, you're going to get a bunch of coins. You get coins for every level. So the important part here starting out is to use those coins to refill your money bank so you can buy as many bits of properties or as much properties as you can at a time starting out, so that you get multiple levels right at the beginning. It'll give you a good backing. You'll get to a point where the coins won't fully fill up your account bank. And when you get to that point, you can start putting some of them into speeding up the properties, like this one, for example. Or you can put some into, say, the skills. The skills are important. Definitely want to take a look at those. Remember to put points in those in late game. But in early game, those won't help you out a heck of a lot. So now, let's go down here to portfolio. So as you can see, I've got a property here. Or a piece of a property. So that's given us some incoming cash. But to speed the process up, we go back here. We have some coins. We can use them down here to fill up our bank. So what I'm going to do is go to, let's see, we have plenty of coins right now for the lower levels. So let's use 7 coins. That'll give us a full bank. Cash tank is full. So when it's full like that, we go back, buy property, pick a property, buy as much as we can, wait for it to tick down, rinse and repeat until you get a bunch of levels built up. People that are kind of out in the middle of nowhere like I am, it's going to be harder to get started because you won't have as many properties to buy around you. So I suggest if you are going to start this, start it, say, like at your work, or, go into town and do it somewhere where there's a lot of property, a lot of businesses. That's going to help you out quite a bit. And so, once you get your first couple of levels, that'll give you your coins. Keep refilling your tank with those coins. That'll help you boost your profits really, really quickly. And it'll get you through the first several, 10, 14 levels, just leveling through that. That'll get you started in a really good progress. Once you get to the point where you have to have a ton of coins to refill, see, that's given us a level and given us more coins. Now we have 105 coins. I can still spend 11 coins, refill my tank, go buy some more property, rinse, repeat. Like I said, eventually you'll reach a point where I'd say probably level like somewhere between 12 and 13, maybe 14, somewhere in that range. You'll get to a point where the amount of coins you have doesn't nearly cover 100% tank fill. At that point, flip over to your skills and start working on those. So, really important ones. The top one here where it says increase property slots, that's going to help you out a lot in the long run. It'll allow you to own more than 10 properties at a time. And of course, once you get to a certain stage, you'll want to sell off your really low properties for cash, whether you sell them on the market and try and get more for them. It's going to be hard to do starting out. I would just sell them back to the bank. Yeah, you'll have to take a tax hit on them, but you'll get a lot of money back at one time. You can go out and put it down on a bigger property. A property that I would say at least $25 million in worth. Now, the way that you're going to be able to tell is if you go to a property and it says that, you have to have a lot to even get a small chunk of it, that's a property you definitely want to invest in if you can. Because that means that particular property is worth a fortune. So, for example, the property that I've been buying pieces of during this demo, a property is worth $25 million. That's a perfect property to have in your portfolio, at least in the mid-levels or so. It'll give you tons of cash back, low rent, lots of profit. Also, lawyer here, you may want to put some into that. That will allow you to have more than one property buy go at a time, but honestly, 1 or 2 properties is probably the max that you need to have running at one time at pretty low levels. Once you get up to the point where you're worth billions, then you can really start worrying about that, because then you'll have more cash at one time. Innovator, that reduce your property costs. That's a pretty good one to put stuff in. Landlord, that'll increase your property rent. And your accountant will reduce the amount of taxes that you have to pay. So that's important too. And also increase property valuations. So once you own a property, it'll increase the amount that the property's worth and you can sell back. So keep that in mind. Those are good. So as you can see, just real quick, I've already gone to level 2 by doing 2 buys and a single tank refill. So we can do another tank refill, another 100%. Maxes out our tank again. And every time you level, the amount that you can hold in your tank goes up. So now we can go back to that property. We can buy another big chunk of it. And rinse repeat until we have a large chunk of the property we want, or we have several properties going. So that's definitely important. That will help you out a ton in the long run. Okay? So early going, that's how you get started. Once you get to a certain point, it is incredibly easy, if you're investing properly in high value properties, to gain levels and gain cash. You do not have to cheat or fiddle with this game to get tons of cash. It's really unnecessary. Between the coins and the levels and managing your properties properly, you'll make plenty of money. It won't be a problem. Also, keep an eye on your portfolio, because these properties change value. They're not set at a single value. If you see the value dropping down on a property, you may want to sell it off and get something better. Or if you have a huge amount invested in it, say it's a really, really high value property and you're losing a lot, it's probably not big a deal. But keep an eye on your property values, because they will change. Alright, so once you get that done, once you get tons of cash under your name and you're doing really well, you can come to the market. The market will allow you to buy properties that are not near your location. So, for example, here's a property in Italy that I can buy. I think that's Italy. Anyway, here's a property in New York I can buy. Now, these will cost quite a bit, but some of the properties are worthwhile, some of them are not. It just kind of depends. Microsoft Brazil, you drop on that. So it really just depends on how you want to play through it, and where you want. So I'm now on level 3. So again, I've got 132 coins still. It only takes 11 to fill my tank. Fill it again. Go buy more property. Keep going until you get a ton of levels under your belt. It'll give you a good, solid start. And then you can start working on your skills while your cash builds up. Now, that said, this is not a game that you're probably going to want to play every day until you get up into the higher levels where you have plenty of cash. At the mid-range levels, I'd say like 14 and up, until you have a ton of money at your disposal. I would say play this maybe every day or so until you get enough to where you're generating about $1 million or so a day, and then you can probably buy a piece of property every day. But this will give you a chance to build up some cash so you can buy larger chunks of properties once you're in those higher levels where you can't use the coins to refill your tank easily. Alright. So now that we're level 3, we'll go back, we'll buy another piece of our property. Go again. Keep doing this over and over and over. Like I've said a couple times in the video already, this is the way to start. Use your coins. Get up to the point where you can't easily fill your tank with them. Start working on your skills. Start putting stuff back for that 250 to own more properties. You want to be able to own the more properties, big properties you can own at one time, the more cash you will generate and the quicker you will generate it. Also super important. Alright, so we'll let this count down. We'll see where we're at once we're done. And we'll continue to go on from there. I'm not going to go super far into this tutorial. I think I've given you most of the basic stuff to worry about. Like I said, make sure you're doing this in a populated area, like in a town or at a coffee shop or somewhere like that, where you can hit a large amount of properties at one time. So we'll go here. See, now we're level 4. Now it takes 13 coins to fill, but we have 165. So we can keep going. Keep refilling that tank, keep building. That'll let you get through several levels in a single day. And give you a good head start. So I think that pretty much covers everything, at least starting out. Make sure, like I said, you do not forget your skills, because they'll come and come in useful later. You'll want to make sure once you get to a point that you can put points into there without having to worry about it causing you issues and not leveling. Do that. Make sure you buy plenty of properties. When you get to a certain point, sell your weaker properties off. Use that money to buy larger properties. Like I said, keep an eye on those property prices. Properties that you can buy a little tiny bit of for a lot of money are going to be really, really huge value properties. Those you want to invest, yes, it will take you a long time to own the whole thing, but it'll be worth it in the end. I think that pretty much covers it. If anybody has any other tips and tricks that they would like to add to it, definitely stick those down in the comments below. Let people know if you've run into something that works for you. These are just a few things that I've kind of come up with on my own, talking with other friends that play and talking and stuff that I've come across myself. If you have any other hints, please do let people know down below in the comments. That'll help people out. I appreciate you guys coming back and checking this out. I appreciate the requests for it, and I'm definitely happy to fulfill those. If you have any other requests for any of the other games, please do let me know. I'll see if I can work them in. I may not always be able to, but I will definitely try. If you guys enjoyed this video and like the content, please do leave a comment down below and let me know. Also hit the like button. That will help as well. Also, on your way out, check all my other series out. I have several games going on right now that I'm playing. If you'd like to see a game, comment on a video and let me know, and I'll see if I can work that in. I can't promise I will be able to, but I will definitely try. Alright guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Please hit that subscribe button. That will help me keep going and keep getting videos out to you guys. I appreciate it, and we will see you next time.